स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम्.
With the masters who left the body, it becomes too difficult. Of course, that is at least second choice. Living master is the first choice. The second choice is masters who left the body, trying to connect with them. And the third choice, some deity whom you don't even know whether they existed or not. That is the third choice. Of course, last choice, try to connect or surrender to anything, even to a hill or a river or ocean or a small stone. The very surrender will raise you to the deeper and higher frequencies. When you say Nama, let the eye and mind be relaxed. Let the eye and mind be surrendered. That itself will raise you to the higher states of consciousness, higher frequencies. But whatever is said and done, it will all take its own time, and only second or third choices. With living masters, straight away he will work. I have always seen the karma which they will exhaust or the clarity which they will get after years suddenly happens. The whole being opens up just in 1 or 2 days of working with the master. Even 1 or 2 days, so many things will open up, so many things will be cleaned, so much of purification will start happening. That's the reason so much of emphasis on the living master in the Vedic tradition. Let's enter into the Shiva Sutra. Objects and desires exist in me as in others, so accepting, let them be transformed. This is the 60th Sutra. Objects and desires exist in me as in others, so accepting, let them be transformed. There are so many ways to liberate your inner space. Feel the experience of the reality. Experience of the reality means the past, present, future of your life will be available to you as it is. Now, because your inner space is so much filled, covered by the load of your past, you are not able to see the future as it is. You always see it by the pressure, difficulty, disturbances created by your past. Clear vision means seeing your past as it happened, seeing your present as it is happening, seeing your future as it will happen. People ask me, how do you say that we do not know about our past? Please understand, you should know the truth. You do not know about your past. You remember your past only as you wanted, not as it happened. Thousands of incidents would have happened. Thousands of things would have happened. The experience which created a strong influence on you, only that is remembered, not all the experiences. There is a very beautiful description that traditional Vedic literatures, When I say Vedic literature, there are so many beautiful commentaries written on these great scriptures like Brahma Sutra, Yoga Sutra, Nyaya, Vaiseshika Sutras, and so many traditional literatures. There is a very beautiful description how we forget the time. Whenever a strong experience happens in you, the time does not move quickly. The kshana does not move quickly. Only those strong experience gets recorded in you. But all other simple experiences are what you think as simple experiences. Even if it happens many times in you, it won't get recorded. It will not be there in your system. So you do not know the exact past as it happened. You do not know the exact past as really the Kala Chakra, as really the time shaft has presented it to you. That is the reason about the future also, you do not have the exact idea, exact thing. The number does not play the role, only the intensity is recorded. That is where you miss. You miss the truth as it is. Reality means accepting and start seeing as it is. Start looking into the things as it is. Mahadeva says beautifully, objects and desires exist in me as in others, so accepting, let them be transformed. Constantly, we play the game of taking two stands. In you, if the objects and desires exist, you give a kind of a justification. In others, if the same thing exists, you give a kind of a different explanation. If you are a superiority complexed person, if you shout, it is necessary for the sake of helping others. If somebody else shouts, see how he is getting mad. Foolish guy, does not have balance about himself. If you are inferiority complexed person, the problem will be reverse. If others shout, you will give a different explanation. And whatever happens in you, you will create too deep guilt. Even if you are inferiority complexed person, if you are suffering with inferiority complex, you will create the guilt deeper than the truth. Whatever is, whether this way or that way, you will be very happy with the extreme things. You do not understand in every being, in everything, that objects and desires exist as it should be, as it is alive. Understand? Just the number. And game, you do not accept. Constantly taking two stand. Constantly playing with the mind, with the two stand. Does not see the reality as it is. Does not see the truth as it is. Does not see the truth as it should be. Seeing it, seeing things with your frame. That's what Shiva says here. Objects and desires exist in me as in others. When you realize, just like how I carry objects and desires and I struggle, everybody is struggling, everybody is carrying, everybody is progressing. The moment you understand this deeply in your heart, this is one of the important Nitya Sutra. The sutra, the understanding which you need to internalize. Understanding which you need to internalize. This simple understanding, suddenly you will see tremendous compassion expressing through your system. The moment you understand, just like your struggle, everybody is struggling with objects, with desires, with life, you will feel a deep compassion. You will not be running, you will not be having the instinct of survival threat. Survival threat happens only when you feel others are all having more than what you are having, or others are all blessed, or given some favor, but you did not receive. Then you get the instinct, whether right or wrong, whatever way, just get it. Might is right. Let me have what I want. Let me have what is needed. You lose the practical platform from which you can relate with people. The other day, we had some guests. I was taking care of them, and after taking care of them, I came back to the session. On the way, one of my Swami was asking, Swamiji, how you are able to play the game of sitting in a stage and being a master and blessing and advising and everything, and when you come to the place of taking care of the guests, you are able to exactly play the game as it should be. I told him, understand, whatever you want, when you go to some place, that's the same thing they also want. So whatever you want, do that, that's all. Whatever you want, what way you want to be treated, what way you want to be taken care, what way you want to be respected, what way you want to be responded, understand they are human beings. So naturally, that's the same thing need to be done. Then over. When you understand, desires and object exist in every being as it exists in you, every step you will see that you are so practical, down to earth. You are able to relate, you are able to connect, you are able to work with the reality perfectly. You are able to experience it completely. You will have that spontaneity. You don't have to plan. You will have the simple spontaneity. Just refer your dictionary and do that. That's all. That will take care of the whole thing. You will have such a deep spontaneity. The other day, one of my brahmacharis sent me an email. Very beautiful incident. He went to a village, Tamil Nadu village, where the too much of nonsense, the atheism was preached. Not a logical atheism, rational, logical, decent atheism. It was some idiotic arrogance or violence, just to say no to everything. That kind of an atheistic village. But this guy took courage to go there and teach something. Some yoga or meditation. 3 young men came and they entered the place where he was teaching and started making noise. One guy shouted, it seems, hey, we should go to the next village. There less people are wearing the mala. Usually after initiation the people will be wearing mala. There will be less people wearing mala. Then the other guy comments, no, next village also he will come tomorrow and there will be more people who will be wearing mala. Let's go away to the next state. That is the only place we will see people with less mala. We don't have to see these guys with people with mala and handle. Just my brahmachari said, why don't you go to hell? You will not see anybody with mala. Why don't you just go to hell? You will not see anybody with mala. Spontaneity. A simple answer. Understand? When you are very clear, just do what you want to do. But just do how you want to be treated. You will see, you will be so practical. You will be very straight. You don't have to think. It was such a clear answer. He did not even think twice. He just said, go to hell. You will not see anybody with mala. You can live happily. Such a clarity, a continuous spontaneity will happen when you start understanding inside everybody, just like you, object and desires exist. We always think that somebody else's inner space means it will be some other way. No, relax. Same way the other person was asking, Swamiji, how you are able to sit in the stage and handle thousands of people, 30,000, 40,000 people attend, and how you are able to talk, don't you have a stage fear? I tell them, simple thing, if you understand, they may be 30,000 or 40,000, all their inner space is occupied with the same thing which I had in my inner space, at least till enlightenment. Till enlightenment, how I was, I know, that same thing is only in front of me. So what is there? Simply I can handle that. When I had the intelligence to handle what is there in my inner space, the same intelligence only is required to handle what is there in his inner space. That's all. A simple clarity. See, whatever is inside you is there inside them. This very simple understanding will create a platform, will give you the clarity, will give you the vision. Directly you can start relating. Directly you can start moving. Directly you can start expressing. Decide for next few days continuously to remember, before handling everybody, any person, any relationship or any idea or any business dealing or any other handling, remember whatever you have inside your mind, how your mind works, how your constitution is operating, the same way only their mind is working. Their constitution is operating. Do not get disturbed. Do not get overwhelmed. Just be relaxed and see what is you is the same thing there. One more thing, as on now, all your energy is wasted in predicting or trying to judge, guess what may be in that person's inner space. Instead of that, stop predicting, stop judging, stop guessing. Just look what you have inside. That same thing only is there. What you have inside, start handling it. Start working on it. You will see you are successful. In Vedanta, we use a very beautiful word, Drishti Srishti or Srishti Drishti. Drishti Srishti means what you are seeing, based on that only the existence. Understand? It is not that what is there you are seeing, how you are seeing only creates what is there. It's a very strong, subtle truth. If you can just have a patience to look into what you have and see what you have, you will be able to handle anybody who comes in front of you, anything which comes in front of you, anything which moves in front of you, anything which happens in front of you. The person who is centered, having the understanding, objects and desires exist in me as in others, so accepting, let them be transformed. One more thing. Here Shiva gives a very beautiful word, let them be transformed. He says, allow others also to be transformed. Means, when you have an understanding about you, how you are getting transformed, same way others are also getting transformed. Accept the other's transformation. Only a person who accepts the possibility of the other person's transformation will be able to trust and accept his own transformation. If you have the strong belief your spouse is an idiot, be very clear, you will never become intelligent. Because you will forget the possibility of transformation exists. You are so clear, even if that other person does something right, by mistake, I think she did it rightly. By mistake, he did it rightly. If you have that clarity or strong belief, you will not be able to understand. You can also transform yourself. Very beautifully, Vivekananda says, work for the other's transformation, you will be transformed. Means, first believe, trust the transformation is possible in others. Naturally, you will see the transformation happening in you too. In you also, the transformation starts happening. There is a very beautiful story of Shankara facing a Chandala, the so-called meat eaters. Not only they eat meat, they eat dog's meat. Very low kind of a lifestyle, low level existence, considered to be very low level people. Very beautiful story. Shankara walks, he is going to the Ganga, I think coming from Ganga after taking bath, and his disciples are walking. One Chandala comes in front of him with the 4 dogs and the meat in the shoulder. He is carrying the meat. Then the disciples are telling, move out, move out. He did not move out. Shankara himself says, move out. Then the Chandala beautifully asks, whom you are saying to move out, this body or the inner space or the consciousness? He asks a very beautiful philosophical question. Then Shankara realizes suddenly, for one moment, maybe this scene would have happened before Shankara's enlightenment, a very young age. I don't think after enlightenment somebody will be able to forget. It would have happened before the enlightenment of Shankara. Another one big problem is, all the disciples of Shankaracharya are called as Shankara. So maybe it would have happened some other Shankara before their enlightenment, some other Shankaracharya before his enlightenment. All the Shankaracharya disciples are called Shankara. So many stories are attributed to Adi Shankara. To tell you honestly, Adi Shankara lived only 32 years. But all the incidents attributed to Adi Shankara's life, even if to read or write, it would have taken 60 years. So much is attributed. So maybe the later Shankaracharya, somebody who came, it happened. Anyhow, a beautiful story. You can understand the truth or the concept behind the story. Very beautiful story. The moment Chandala asks the question, Shankara just gets the glimpse of the truth. And he says, not only apologizes, he straight away falls at the feet, falls flat. Means ready to understand and accept the other's transformation, the other possibility of even Chandala's enlightenment, spiritual experience. If you are completely closed, the possibility for the transformation for others exists. Impossible. I have seen very big monasteries and ashrams. They are very clear. The possibility of enlightenment is ended with their founder. I was in a monastery in my wandering days. Somehow, because of deep meditations, I had some experience. With another one monk, I was trying to share, to have some more clarity. They are so clearly brainwashed or hypnotized or trained. All he said is spirituality, experience, enlightenment, everything is over with Ramakrishna. Forget about it. That and all cannot happen in this age for us. the possibility somebody can be transformed has closed, has disappeared, then naturally the belief or the trust you can transform also will disappear. Understand? I always tell all our Swamis, stay in a place where many people are practicing spirituality. Satsanga. Many people are having spiritual experiences, living it. Only then you will not forget transformation is possible. Otherwise, by and by, you will forget transformation is possible. Ramakrishna himself says he will come back after 100 or something years. And not only that, he himself has made very clearly the possibility is open forever. He says, I have brought the energy. Vivekananda declares, for 1200 years the energy and the teaching which I brought will constantly produce living masters. But somehow, some people come to a clear idea or the clear belief that enlightenment or the spiritual experiences are not possible now. Here, Mahadeva says, accepting the possibility of others' transformation is an important thing. Only then you will believe you can also be transformed. The possibility is there for you also. You can also fly high. Here, the Shankara's clarity, humbleness, that this great knowledge can be inside a Chandala, that awakens his possibility. That makes his unconscious to believe when he can achieve, surely I can also achieve.